Okay, let's get started. Good evening. Hello, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I think most people on the call know me. My name is Nthabi Monore. I am the owner of Money Relations, and I am a personal finance and a business enthusiast. I am very passionate about helping people remove the complexity, helping people enjoy their money, enjoy making money, enjoy managing their money, and just to develop healthy relationships with money. That's really my passion, and that's what Money Relations is also all about. So once a month, we choose a topic, a money related topic, and we invite guests to come and talk to us about that topic. And then once a month, I do a group coaching session that I call a reflective session. And in this group coaching session, we unpack the topic and we personalize the topic and we discuss the topic and we draw learnings from the guests and we'll draw learnings from my experience and your experience and my knowledge and we put it all together so that we are every month a little bit at a time we're improving our relationships with money. We are achieving our financial goals. That's really what Money Relations is about, and that's what these financial wellness sessions are about as well. So last week, in fact, this month, we're talking about income, how to increase your income. Last week, we had Rosemary Molefe coming on, and she was talking to us about how to maximize your salary from a human resources point of view. And today, we have a huge treat. We have two guests today. We have Victorine and Diane, who will be talking to us about side hustles. I personally don't like the word side hustle because for me, I don't know how you feel, Victorine and Diane, because for me, the word hustle just sounds like an effort. You're hustling, you're pushing, you're pulling, it sounds
Yeah.
painful.
Mm.
So yeah, so I'm interested to hear what you guys think and your experience and what you have for us today. And so after Victorine speaks and Diana also does his talk, then we'll open the floor. Then everybody can ask questions, make comments. Please feel free. One of the reasons I started Money Relations and I started this platform was so that we can have open conversations about money. Please feel free. This is a safe space. So yeah, so without further ado, Victorine, let me hand over to you. I did have a short synopsis of who you are on the flyer. So I'll just hand over to you. Maybe you can just introduce us to who Vicky is.
Yeah, thank you. And good evening, everyone. I think my worst part for every presentation is to introduce myself, you know, not to say I'm not confident, but to say I'm overconfident of myself. And sometimes I don't want to hurt people's ego, you know. But thank you for the opportunity. And let me say thank you to everybody who's taken time out to be here today. My name, like you've said, is Victorine Mbong Shu. And I have not actually gotten used to facilitating without seeing people's faces, which is why I had my video on. But also, I just need you to know. No, 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 Nthabi, look, it doesn't mean you cannot go off, okay?
That's fine. Okay. All right.
No,
I
you
just
can go
wanted to
off.
be
You can go
comfortable.
off.
Okay. All right.
Yes, no, it doesn't mean you cannot go off. But I was just explaining the reason why I could be on. And I wanted to actually excuse myself to say I would also go off because for some people, it's a matter of how it's carried, the data for them. So please feel free. My method of facilitation is usually interactive. So I'm not seeing the comment section right now, but please feel free to put in to the comment what you would like to know or what you would like me to talk about or what challenge you have for whatever I have mentioned. It should be a learning session for all of us. I don't come from a position of knowing it all. Hence, I call my session usually workshop or interactive because I'm also learning from you. So the word side hustle is typical South African. And from my romantic accent, you can tell that I'm not a South African, you know. So I really, I don't mind. having it a side hustle or calling it a side hustle, but I fully agree with Nthabi and everyone else who share this, that this is in no way a definition of what people go through when they start businesses on the side. You know, I'm very privileged to be talking at this event. I actually thought, well, I would not qualify to be a speaker because I don't even know if I have a major hustle. You know, everything in me seemed to be a side hustle. And Tabisen will bear with me or agree with me when she saw my profile to say I don't even have a major hustle. So this is a cry for a job to any of you who would like to hire me. I'm a mother of 4 children. My first child is 19 and my last child is 12. So I'm not going to really have many leave form for maternity and anything else if you hire me. Okay, that aside, I'm going to talk about 3 things in this presentation, 3 major things. The one of them is the aim of a side hustle, the aim of that other earning that you have. The aim is not the same as the goal. What goal do you have to achieve? That's the second thing. And the third one is how sustainable do you envisage this to be? You know, it's a money program, and most often people get side hustles because they actually want to do many things. For some people, it's a way of survival, like myself, you know, where I started my company, Profounder Intelligence, in 2007. Please, guys, don't start calculating my age, okay? In 2007, May. And I ran the company for about 3 years. And in 2010, I ventured to buy my first property. Okay, my second property, keeping away the residential one. And that property was bought for the business itself. I considered that a side hustle from that moment because that meant that I didn't pay rental. That meant that I didn't pay a second bond. That meant that I earned more than I paid for my bond. But the breakthrough for me came when my daughter, Stacy Fru, wrote a book. And one of my associates, who was at that time actually a friend of my brother, they were producing a movie together, encouraged me to publish that book because Profounder Intelligence, just for perspective, was an education and training company at that time. So we produced a lot of learning materials, training materials, and this gentleman did not see any reason why I would not be able to publish a book. And I didn't see any reason why I should be able to publish a book. Him and I, we had a talk and we decided, okay, my company, Profounder Intelligence, is going to publish the book. So our first book was published, which was Stacy's book in 2015, excuse me. No. Let me see. Sometimes I get my wordings wrong. Yeah, 2015. And that was a venture, that was a move to another second site. The reason the publishing company did not really become the mainstream of income, but a side hustle, is because for years I ran just by publishing Stacy's book. It wasn't 2015 because I wrote my own book 2014. So that should have been 2013 around then. And in 2014, I decided to get into authoring. Authoring became my third side hustle. The reason why I'm giving you this background is because for me, it wasn't really a thing of going in there and earn money on the side. It was a thing of going in there and earn money. I didn't go in because I had the passion. I go in because I saw a gap, and that gap eventually evolved to become a passion. And then for other people, they get into side hustles because they want to keep busy. So the first set of people increase income. The second set of people want to get busy. They want to keep themselves busy. And I also sit into this category. I crochet, you know, and sometimes when I crochet, I get orders from people who want to buy. Initially, when I started crocheting typically or at en masse in great numbers during lockdown when I would have online sessions like this. So while a boring Victorine Mbong Shu is talking on the side, I'll be crocheting. So for me, it was to keep me busy and to keep me focused. But now it has become an income earning habit for me. So I make money out of that and I call it a side hustle. And then for another set of people, it's for them to keep busy. sorry, it's for them to become debt-free. So while some want to increase their money, some want to keep busy, others just want to pay off what they have, what they owe. And yes, again, I belong to that part. If I tell you that I took up a new bond in order to make money and to pay off that bond. So you would see that in every sector, in every way that you want to expand yourself, the reason or the aim for which you got in there might overlap with another one. Many other entrepreneurs get into side hustles because they want to minimize the risk of not having money. Did you hear me? Minimize the risk of not having money. So they do not have debt, this set of people, or might not feel threatened by the amount of debt that they have. They may be busy and do not necessarily need to pass time, and they might have enough money to do small things here and there, but they fear that one day all of this might stop. So if you are an employee, for instance, your salary is okay, it takes you to live in the suburbs of Johannesburg or New York City, and you are happy with that, but you are worried that one day my salary might be cut off from me. So you get a side hustle as a backup. I call this set of people backup side hustlers. So yeah, that is a very good question there. Please answer this question that says, why do you have a side hustle? It will really help us as we progress. And for many people, they don't really deliberately get into side hustle. You know, when you find yourself in the side hustles, or when you deliberately want to get into a side hustle, there are so many other voices that you would hear. Some of the voices go like, yes, girl, or yes, boy, you can do it. Other voices go like, oh, no, you can't. Your mother failed in trying to do a side hustle. Your auntie over the road took debt that she couldn't pay off because the business didn't take off and all that. Your goal should motivate you more than anything else.